Welcome back to the beginner series. This is the final video of the series. And in this video, we're going to talk about what you do after you've finished a car and a couple common things that are really important to know about fixing mistakes and how to take care of a car after you're done. So we finished this Audi. There's still tape on it. I've still got product in my bottle. Now I have about a little over an ounce here, which means I put too much product in my bottle to mix. And I did that on purpose for the purpose of this video. But ideally you have very little product left. These bottles, if you buy from us, we include always bottles for application in the sets or the kit. I try and reuse this about 5 to 10 cars. Now what I'll do is I'll actually take my acetone or my chemical prep and I will empty out the ReGloss and clean the bottle with either acetone. I typically use acetone because it's a little bit stronger. I'll pour about an ounce of acetone in, shake it up, empty it out, pour another ounce of acetone, do a second wash, and then empty that out, and then I'll wash the outside. So try and reuse your bottles as much as possible. You should be able to get 5 to 10 cars if you keep it clean and you do a good job cleaning it. With your applicator pad and your ReGloss product, the best thing to do is dispose of it in a trash can, something that is away from where you live or your shop, and try and get that smell. It will dissipate shortly after it's discarded. Another really important tip as you're a beginner and you're moving around the vehicle, if you see heavy streaking or you made a mistake on the vehicle, that includes mostly drips and big streaks. If they don't go away within a few minutes, that means they're probably going to stay there. That's going to be a panel that you're going to want to remove. Now to remove ReGloss, you're going to use your chemical prep, you're going to use a microfiber and an applicator, a brand new applicator that you just folded. And it's just like when you prep the vehicle, except we're going to want to be really thorough. We're going to want to make sure that we use a lot of our chemical prep. We switch our applicator face often, even if it's just one panel. We want to switch it 3 or 4 times to get a fresh surface so we get a really deep clean and get all the ReGloss off the panel. Another thing is you want to always be facing away from your vehicle when you're removing a panel, because the last thing you want is some of this to drip on a panel that you are happy with. So whether it's your applicator bottle when you're applying or this product if you have to remove or strip the product off, I always get in the habit of facing away from the vehicle and then go into my work, because the last thing you want to do is screw up a nice panel that you've done because you made a simple mistake. If you need to remove ReGloss, you want to make sure that you follow the chemical prep process. And I always do a test after I think I'm done to make sure that my fresh microfiber slides smoothly across that panel, and that'll tell you if you're finished. Now, even if it might look a little different than the first time you prepped it, that's okay. Once you apply the product, I promise it's going to come out really, really well, as long as you removed all the product and it's a nice smooth panel. So that's really important to know for the aftercare, or something that you need to do. Now, when it comes to making mistakes, if you have a missed spot or very light streaking, like maybe you didn't use enough product, a very minor, almost like a thin part of application. Now, that is a mistake, but that's easily fixable with a finishing compound and a really soft finishing pad on a polisher. So if you have a missed spot, wait till the next day and you can easily fix that. You don't need to strip the whole panel, even if it's, that large, right? If it's huge and you missed a huge spot, start over again, strip it. But if it's small little spots, a finishing compound, we're talking about really light polishing, will blend that in completely and it'll be completely gone. That's really key to understand when you're going over your work, what you need to look out for, what's a big deal and what's not such a big deal. So that's really important. Now, this vehicle sat overnight in the customer's garage. I'm back today to prep it for delivery, essentially, or get it ready for the customer to have back. Now, when you live in a sunny environment, you need to wait at least 30 to 60 minutes before you expose the car to the outdoors. That's just a good rule of thumb. If it's sunny and there's no rain in the forecast, after an hour, you can safely drive the car with no consequences. If you live in an area where there's potential for rain in the forecast, you need to wait at minimum 6 hours before you expose that vehicle to the outdoors and risk rain getting on it. I like to just have a rule of thumb of overnight. If there's rain, I tell my customer, keep it indoors overnight, or you can pick it up tomorrow if they bring it to the shop. If you are washing the vehicle, you need to wait 2 weeks because this ReGloss product is going to continue to harden over time, and it's going to reach its peak hardness 2 weeks after you've applied it. So each day after application, it's soft and it's getting harder and harder. So if you take it to a car wash the next day, you could easily put micro scratches in it and have to redo the entire thing, and that's not what you want to do. So 2 weeks is the time you take from when you finish it to when you can actually wash it. Now you can use a light microfiber the next day, things like that. You can put a finish coat on it, a ceramic wax, things like that the next day. That's totally fine. But to wash it at a car wash or, with a power washer or something like that, at least 2 weeks is exactly what you need to wait. All right, guys, now that we're finished with this vehicle and I've gone over some of those really important things to know at the end of the process, I'm going to strip the tape off this Audi and I'm going to take my chemical prep. And again, I'm going to be really careful. I'm going to be facing away from the vehicle and I'm going to use light amounts now. And I'm going to go around and anywhere that I touched, if you see there's a little bit of product right here, that's going to come right off as I carefully use a brand new applicator or just a couple folded paper towels and my chemical prep. I'm going to take that off and I'm going to go around the entire vehicle. This type of thing happens. It's not something to freak out about because at the end of the process, you can just go around, use a light amount, continuously, get it off, and then you can move on, and it's really that simple. So we're going to go around the vehicle, remove the tape, take that off, get everything back ready for presentation to the customer. Now, this is a perfect candidate vehicle. This Audi was an awesome candidate for ReGloss. Had it had minor damage, minor cosmetic issues, and now it's got a brand new finish on it. Looks awesome. Gonna last. It's permanent. We're gonna have videos and series on sun damaged vehicles, peeling, all different types of vehicles. So make sure to watch those videos when they come out. But this is an ideal candidate for ReGloss. And so that is why it's really important to look for cars like this, because these are the types of customers that you want to go for, especially as you get more and more experience using and really applying this product. So thanks for watching. If you guys have any questions about the process, leave a comment in the video. Send us an email, hello@regloss.com, if you have any questions. If you want to learn more about the product, purchase the product, distribute the product, you can find us there as well. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next series.